and gentlemen, hello again. Yeah, so back again with another video. To be honest with you, I myself also didn't expect to make a video this shortly after I posted my last one. This time just going to be a spontaneous flight going from Belgrade to back to Munich in the FSLabs A319. So I already did the flight to Belgrade and just finished the deboarding and was just in the middle of prepping the aircraft, so let's just take a pan around. So I mean, there was some traffic, there we go, at Belgrade airport. I mean, there was some traffic in and about when I came in, but I think they have all now disappeared. Oh no, wait, there's still the 747, yeah, okay, he just pushed back. And yeah, so the weather into Belgrade was actually quite good. I came in on runway 30, however now the winds are shifting, so it's looking more likely that it's going to be a runway 12 departure. And the approach into Munich should also be very interesting because basically it's just rain and winds gusting up to 30 knots, so it should be somewhat of an interesting flight. So yeah, so without further ado, and just to keep things short and brief because I'm aware that my videos are astronomically long, so I'm just basically just gonna cut out all the bits, and I shall see you guys basically during the boarding procedure, so see you guys then. Okay, so here we are again. Boarding has been, so the boarding is going on right now, and I'm just now doing the performance calculation. So based on the weather, so yeah, we're going to take a look at the performance in just a second. So our estimated takeoff weight is about 59 tons today, and the weather right now is 200 degrees, 6 knots, cab okay, 22 degrees. And the QNH 1021. So that is the 1700 weather. So, and we are planned to go off blocks at 1730. So, and let's take a look at the performance. Yep, so from headwind 22 degrees, continuous on, on. So I'm trimming. So it's up 1.0, and we're doing full length takeoff. So flaps 2, that makes sense. So 126, and 130. Flaps 2, and up 1.0. No takeoff shift, and the flex is 68. Alright, so, and it's according to my notes for runway 12, it's NADP1 departure procedure, so thrust reduction 1,500 feet above the airport and acceleration 3,000 feet above the airport. Alright, so we just double check here, and then we can start a quick and dirty departure briefing. So, just take a look over here. Okay, so departure briefing. We're in Airbus A319 today. Technical condition of the aircraft is okay, and we're expecting to depart out of runway 12, which will then continue via the TADAM 1. Which one's that? The TADAM 1 Golf departure. So it is straight ahead on track, runway track of 118 degrees, then right turn to Bravo Echo 204, at which we need to be so maximum 230 knots and 1,100 feet, and then a Bravo Echo 204, 230 knots and at 5,000, between 5,000 and 6,000 feet. And then at Bravo Echo 208, 250, and 6,000. And then at Bravo 29 at 215,6,000. And, oh, I'm sorry. Okay, reading the wrong star. That's it. We're actually on 2 bar 1 Charlie. My bad. So yeah, so it's the same 230, 1100 feet, then to Bravo Echo 204, between 6 and 5,000, and then Bravo Echo 208, 250 knots at 6,000, and then Bravo Echo 209, 6,000, and maximum 250 knots. So then there's a note, it says or above if instructed by ATC, and then 2 bar max 250 knots and 6,000, and once again or above if instructed by ATC. So the constraints are all in. In case of an engine failure, we shall continue via the SID until Bravo Echo 208, climb 4,000 feet, and then vector ourselves basically to come in via Delta, and then ILS runway 12. We are above our max takeoff grade, I believe. Let's just double check that. Load sheet. Yeah, so 62.1. Sorry, 62.6. Oh, however, okay, hang on a minute. Okay, this is, interesting. Interesting discrepancy, 58.9. So I guess we're going to be lighter than anticipated. So in that case, we're below our max landing weight, so landing weight is not an issue. Okay. In case of a rejected takeoff. Takeoff from the bill is 3,400 meters. The runway is dry. So below 100 knots, we abort for any malfunction. Below V1, we abort for engine fire, failure, thrust, windshield wind, or aircraft not safe to fly. The action fire called stop, first levers idle, and full reverse, and full stop. Set parking brake and start ECAM action. If we decide to continue our takeoff, then no actions below 400 feet, except for silencing any alarms. Thereafter, identify and start ECAM actions. So we have our V1 of 126, VR 126, V2 130, thrust reduction and acceleration altitude in accordance with NADP 1, flap 2, and flex 68, and engine out once it's done basically 1500 above ATM. And first frequency we have not, so it's Unicom, and our squawk code is 2000. Well, departure briefing complete, and I shall see you guys again when we're about to push back. See you guys in a bit. Okay, boarding completed. So, now just waiting for the final load sheet. Close the door and off we go. I just saw that Adria radar came online. I'm not sure if they also reach out all the way to Belgrade. Just gonna double check that. I'm just refreshing VATScope, and Adria radar doesn't seem to be showing up. Oh well. So, okay, so 52.1 tons. Okay. And now let's just compare the final load sheet with which we in the performance calculation that we did. So, performance calculation based on this, so 59 tons and 27.0. Okay, I did mine with 26.9, but that's close enough. So I can hear the doors closing. And oh, okay, I just see Adria radar disappeared. So we'll just have to see if they'll come back. So that is the final load sheet. I'm happy with that. The performance figures remain the same. Okay, so 2 minutes ahead of schedule. Well, we can tell GSX to remove the jetway already. So there we go, disconnecting. Just going to close that. Cabin crew, all doors in flight. And yeah, I'm just going to give Adria radar just a second. Who knows, maybe they're going to come back again. So I'm just going to read the before start checklist to the line. So before start checklist: gearpins covers removed, signs on auto, ADIRS, nav, fuel quantity 7,060 kilograms, altimeters 1021 350 down to the line. Okay. What do you think, guys? Will Adria radar come back, or? Oh well. Let's call the pushback trip. Let's take a risk. Let's risk it. So. And below the line, windows, doors. Closed, beacon, on, parking brake.
Hello, Captain. We're ready for pushback.
Set. Before start checklist complete. Yeah, GSX wants you to set the parking brake. So, and that sometimes triggers a glitch where basically the pushback procedure, or basically the preparing the aircraft for pushback, is disturbed. But okay, no, it seems it works. They've locked out the steering pin. So, okay, so let's do this. So we want to go nose to the right.
Departure check completed.
Belgrade traffic, Lufthansa 1737, stand Alpha 4, push and start. Okay, so parking brake released.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
Let's go off. There we go. Off blocks at 30. Bang on time. Engine start. Engine 2 start. Okay, not sure how he's pushing me.
Set parking brakes.
Oh, okay, that's how he's going to do. Okay, parking brake set. Double rate. Then engine 1 start.
Unlocking gear. Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed.
After start flow.
Left is clear. Right is clear.
Yep, thumbs up. Okay, flight control check. Full up. Full down. Neutral. Full left. full right, neutral, rudder, full left, full right, neutral. After start checklist, anti-ice, off, ACAM status, checked, trim, 27.0% set and 0, mobile, off, after start checklist complete. So, here goes nothing. Belgrade traffic, Lufthansa 1737, taxiing holding point runway 12 via Golf, Alpha and Bravo. So, left side clear, right side clear. Excuse me. Brakes check. For those of you who are wondering, this scenery is the Belgrade scenery from which you can get off from ORBX. Pretty good scenery. Okay, so there's Golf, Alpha, straight ahead and then to the left. So let's just do a quick recap. So it's the 2 bar 1 Charlie departure, so it's basically runway track of 118 degrees, then right turn to Bravo Echo 204. Which we need to be max 230 knots and between 5,000 and 6,000, and right turn to Bravo Echo 208, max 250 knots and 6,000, and so on with the same constraints until 2 VAR initial climb 6,000 feet. So we need to make a left turn over here. And in case of engine failure, we follow the same SID until Bravo Echo 208 and then climb 4,000 feet and then come back for the ILS runway 14. Landing weight turns out we're below it, so we're fine. And the RTO briefing, so it's going to be runway 12, so 3,400 meters, then the runway's dry, so below 100 knots, the warframe malfunction below V1 engine fire failure, thrust loss, mention warning, and requested safety flying. Departure briefing complete. Yeah, at least on the way down to Belgrade from Munich, there was somewhat of interesting weather system that I had to pass. Okay, I see Prague radar has become online. And okay, let's just slow down just to give the cabin crew enough time to prepare the cabin. We can already turn this on. Set a max. Okay. So minimum takeoff according to my LFP was about 5.5 tons. So right now we have 7 tons. So plenty of breathing space. That's the thing with these short taxis, with these short taxi times, that often it doesn't give the cabin crew enough time to prepare the cabin depending on how many passengers you have on board. Here, so this is supposed to be Cat 3 holding node, really? Okay. Looks like a normal one to me, so... Okay, and now we just wait for the cabin. here we go. So, before takeoff checklist, flight controls checked, flaps 2, takeoff speeds flicks 1, 2, what does that say? Yeah, 126, 126, 130, flex 68. ECA memo, takeoff no blue. Belgrade traffic, Lufthansa 1737 lining up runway 12. Cabin crew, prepare for takeoff. Okay, terrain on my side and weather on his side. Okay, so approach sector is clear. Oops, departure sector also is clear. So, and below the line, takeoff runway 12 full length, packs on engines. Before takeoff checklist complete. Okay, so we pretty much have a crosswind situation over here, however it's just a handful of knots, and oh, I just saw Adria radar come online, however I'm still just going to do the takeoff and wait for him to contact me, just to keep things simple. Pre-select that frequency. So 130.0. Okay, so Belgrade traffic, Lufthansa 1737 departing runway 12 on 2 bar 1 Charlie departure. Okay. Takeoff. Traffic, Lufthansa 1737 is airborne. Thrust climbed. Auto thrust. Radar, good evening, Lufthansa 1737, passing 3,700, climbing 6,000.
Lufthansa 1137, set squawk 5330.
Squawk 5330, Lufthansa 1737.
Lufthansa 1137, identify for 4000, climb flight level 360.
Climb flight level 360, Lufthansa 1737.
Adriatic, good evening, EV82, Mike with you, direct to me, flight level 380.
EV82, Mike Whiskey, squawk 5263.
Squawk 5263, easy 2 Mike Whiskey.
Radar, dobro večer. Montenegro 112 Antonov 24, climbing level 150.
Speed out constraint star.
2 Foxtrot to departure.
I need to double check with ATC if I can climb past the constraint.
Montenegro 112 is go down. Please send your flight 1, you are flying with 51.
Alitalia 808 is 25 level 250.
Alitalia 8008, identified.
Andre, good evening. Soldier 432-370,
Contact 432, identified, continue.
Lufthansa 1737, may we climb straight to flight level 360 or do we need to climb via the SID?
Alitalia 385 with you.
Lufthansa 1737, climb level 360, cancel all altitude restrictions.
Cancel all altitude restrictions, climb 360, Lufthansa 1737, thank you very much. So thrust climb over climb out blue, 36,000.
Montenegro 112, please send your flight plan.
I have tested the flight plan, teacher.
Okay, Montenegro 112.
They are trolling me today.
71.
Now, of course, after I take off, we got Belgrade approach come online.
Andre, good evening. Tamak 475, level 370, Peninsula.
Tamak 475, that's fine.
So he said cancel all altitude restrictions, but I still need to adhere by the speed restrictions would be my guess. So 230, and then after Bravo Echo 204, it's going to be 250
Alitalia
knots.
385 with you.
Alitalia 385, squawk 5252.
Excuse me.
And Adria, block 5 to 1,
It's a bit of a tight turn,
5
actually.
271. Montenegro 112.
Alitalia 808.
Montenegro 112, identified by 15, direct entry.
Altimeters.
Continuing, Montenegro 1,
Alitalia
Standard.
385, squawk 5252.
Alitalia 385, identified. I need you on even level. So it will be 240 or 260.
240. Alitalia 385.
Alitalia 385, distance line level 240.
Descent flight level 240.
Alitalia 8008, squawk 5214.
Okay, let's just take a look at the weather up ahead if there's anything of interest, otherwise we can turn off the seatbelt signs.
Alitalia 8008, I need you also on even level of
Weather
240 or 260.
seatbelt signs off.
0 Alitalia 808.
8008, descent flight level 240. Alitalia 8008, descent flight level 240.
Descending flight level 240, Alitalia 808.
Adriatic easy 82 Mike Whiskey, just to confirm you've got us identified tracking Surney, flight level 380.
Easy 82 Mike Whiskey, identified.
And just to confirm that was the squawk 5263, easy 82 Mike Whiskey.
Identified, that is squawk 42.
Roger 82 Mike Whiskey.
so there's not much going on right now, so that was the takeoff and now the climb section. On our way from Belgrade back to Munich. So, yeah. So we'll just jump ahead a little bit in the flight to a more interesting portion of the flight, so I shall see you guys then. Okay, hello again.
When ready, descend flight level 170.
We're right now in the cruise. We've already been handed over to Beam Radar. And as you can see, our top of descent is about 100 miles, and also a pretty nasty storm system up there, or a couple of cells. So we can also see them outside in our window, and I just doubled...
1737, expect flight level 140 at TTIC, report ready for descent.
Expect flight level 140 at TTIC and will report when ready for descent, Lufthansa 1737.
Ryanair 235, Beam Radar, do you copy?
I will be asking for a deviation to the left of like a heading of, let's say 285 to fly around the storm system. So, but first let me just put that in there. Okay. Just going to insert that, and I'm going to just clear that because I don't need that. So our top of descent is in 93 miles. But before I do anything, I am, although hang on, seems like it's blowing away to the side. So guys, what do you think? Should I ask for a deviation to go heading 290, or should I just let it roll? Nah, I think I'm going to deviate to the left. Beam Radar, Lufthansa 1737, request.
Lufthansa 1737, go ahead.
Lufthansa 1737, request deviation to the left of heading 285 to avoid weather for the next 80 miles if possible.
Lufthansa 1737 is approved as requested. Report clear of weather.
Approved as requested and would report when clear of weather. Turning left heading 285 now, Lufthansa 1737. Heading.
Green Radar, good evening, people 108. Proceed direct to Moorhead and flight
better be safe than sorry.
Peoples 108, good evening, Wien radar contact, cleared Nimal 1 Whiskey arrival.
So,
cleared Nimal 1 Whiskey arrival, route Peoples 108.
The next frequency most likely 131025, which is Munich radar. Oh, lightning. Yeah, it's good that we're flying around. And let me just see if we have access to... Oh my goodness, what's going on in Munich today? I fly in and out of Munich so often, and there's hardly anyone ever online, and today is the day. Excellent. So let me just double check Munich ATIS. So information echo, expect 26 right, 26 left, transition level 60, light rain, clouds 1100 feet, few, okay, that's fine, temperature 10, and the QNH 1027. Okay. So the wind 250, 11 degrees. Okay, the wind isn't that bad. When I departed
Ryanair 235,
this
I had a problem with
afternoon,
my
weather
microphone.
was a bit worse.
Ryanair 235, report mark number.
So,
Ryanair 235, so can you repeat?
ATS 1 Delta Fox, direct to PTX.
It's 1824, so there should be an update again.
Direct to PTX, at 1 Delta Foxtrot.
And as I mentioned in the previous video,
report your
there's
Mach
always,
number,
with
please.
Munich and Frankfurt in particular, there's always a delay with when they publish the newest weather, so...
762 for Ryanair 235.
Ryanair 235, thank
We
you,
may be playing
maintain
this
0.74 or less.
game a couple of times until we get the...
74 or less.
Oh no, there we go,
Ryanair
first try,
235.
1820. So I'm
ATS 1 Delta Fox, report your Mach number to München radar 132.550, bye-bye.
150.550 with the Mach at 1 Delta Foxtrot. Cheers.
Temperature 10 degrees. And the QNH 1028. And we said the transition level was 60.
Hotel Juliet Mach 346, descent level 110.
I think I clicked the wrong... Yeah. I clicked the
Descent flight level
wrong
110, Hotel Juliet Mach 346.
So on the weather for our alternate, which is Nuremberg, yeah, 270, 12 knots.
Ryanair 235,
Weather
report
is
your
fine.
speed to München radar 132.550, bye-bye.
So just prepare that.
Ryanair 235, thank you for my service.
Ryanair 235, for confirmation, report your speed to München radar 132.550.
132.550.
So once we're basically past this apex over here, then we're just going to basically just parallel track, or maybe we'll get direct TITIC. But basically, I just want to get past this over here. All right, so.
Center Eurotrans 330 Foxtrot request 210 Pennsylvania.
Let's double check, so expecting
Eurotrans 330 Fox, say again,
so
please.
it's 45 minutes from now.
Eurotrans 330 Foxtrot request heading 210 because of the weather.
Right, so
Eurotrans 330 Foxtrot is approved as requested.
let us jump ahead again, closer to our top of descent, or once we're basically around the weather.
Hotel Juliet Mach 346, descent 9,500 feet, QNH Innsbruck 1027, cleared local as a DME, east approach 426.
Okay, so I have already basically prepared the FMS direct TITIC, which basically now is drawing a line, and I'm just basically waiting for this line to basically pass
Center,
this,
good day,
and then
27 Delta, is 757 on the ground.
once I'm satisfied, then I'm just going to advise you to see that we're able to fly direct to Takeoff.
Connect 27 Delta, good evening, clear to Belfast via Mach T1 X-ray departure out of 26, initial climb level 160
right now it's a bit too early,
4002.
Clear to Belfast, Delta Grove, Mach T1 X-ray departure of 026, initially climb to 160, squawk 4002.
Connect 27 Delta, read that correct?
So, I suppose this radar echo is probably this cell over here. So, just a tiny bit more. Okay, let's give it a shot. Lufthansa 1737, clear of weather, request direct TITIC.
Lufthansa 1737, direct to TITIC.
Direct to TITIC, Lufthansa 1737. So, let's
People
insert
108,
this.
when ready, descent flight level 170 to reach at Baroque free speed.
And now let's just see how this goes. Could be that we did this a bit too early, but my hopes are that because the wind is blowing from left to right, that it actually just basically blows the stuff aside. However, we will be initiating our descent in about 27 miles. So, yeah, but I suppose we're just going to fly around through there. So, our top of descent is in about 4 minutes. Lufthansa 1737 requesting descent.
Lufthansa 1737, descent flight level 170 level at TITIC.
Descent flight level 170 to be level at TITIC, Lufthansa 1737.
Lufthansa 1737, apologies, flight level 140 level at TITIC.
Flight level 140 to be level at TITIC, Lufthansa 1737, habe ich mir schon fast gedacht.
People 108, contact Wien radar 134, that's
Okay.
675, bye-bye.
Idle descent, out blue, flight level 140.
134675, so receive it 108.
Okay, so okay, knowing this aircraft, we are now above our vertical deviation. It's now going to nosedive to try and capture that, so we're probably going to see about 3,000, maybe even up to 4,000 feet per minute descent, so oh well. Yeah, and there's nothing over a little bit of a roller coaster ride in the back. There we go.
Center, Euro chance 330, Foxtrot request.
4,000 feet per minute.
Euro Translate Foxtrot is approved as requested, heading 250.
Leveling out
Thank you.
to then maintain the descent path. Speed. Just wondering, okay, we're at flight level 270. Just wondering if I should already do my nav setup and to get the approach briefing out of the way, because it is going to be runway 26 left. Let me just get the latest ATIS. The reason why I get the ATIS through this tool and not through, because the FSLabs AOC service is able to actually download the ATIS from VATSIM or IVAO. However, it doesn't seem to be that reliable, or there's always some sort of delay or mismatch, so this way it's more accurate and faster. So this is 1820, that's the latest weather. So
Taxi
26 right,
Bravo,
26
Hotel
left,
Juliet, 346.
60, 260, 11 knots. Few 1,300, 10 degrees, QNH 1028.
Phoenix 27 Delta, ready for taxi.
Information Foxtrot, so.
Phoenix 27 Delta, stand by for about 2 minutes.
Okay, so our minimum is 1,670.
VN radar, FedEx 1, ready for descent.
FedEx 1, descent flight level 170 to reach at Barhoek.
Flight level 170 by Barrow, FedEx 1.
Autospec on V12 and MSW on ADF2.
Lufthansa 1737, contact München, radar 128.025, ciao ciao.
128.025, Lufthansa 1737, ciao ciao.
Again, 29 Charlie, vector for Australian 26 right, descent altitude 5,000 feet, QNH 1028.
Just to double check.
Vectors,
128.025, okay.
QNH 1028, Scandinavian 29 Charlie.
München radar service, Lufthansa 1737, passing flight level 227, descending flight level 140, inbound TTIG, information Foxtrot.
Lufthansa 1737, München radar leaving identified, expect vectors 26 left, Foxtrot correct.
Expect vectors 26 left, Lufthansa 1737. Yep, as I suspected. So, and the tower frequency is probably next, so that's 1187. Hold on, hang on a minute. Oh no, there's a director frequency, so 118.827. 825, sorry.
And München arriving in North Shuttle 4504, descending through flight level 230 for 110, and we have the Foxtrot on board.
North Shuttle 4504, München, radar evening, identify information Foxtrot correct, Kodak.
Okay. And we got, basically 2,500 thrust reduction, okay. So, approach briefing, this is going to be an ILS approach, runway 26 left, the final altitude
Scandinavian
is
29
feet.
Charlie, reduce speed 220.
So, and the
Speed 220 knots,
4.2D we checked altitude is 2,800 feet. Minimum is 1,670 feet. In case of a misapproach, climb straight ahead to 180 west of DMS, which is 6 on
level 90, climbing flight level 100.
Lufthansa 4 to Alpha Kilo, München radar servos identified, flight level 190.
Set on VR2, climbing to 55.
Climb flight level 190, Lufthansa 4 to Alpha Kilo.
Where else did I forget? Oh yeah. The glide
Scandinavian
path
29 Charlie,
is a
contact
3-degree
München
glide
director
path.
on the 118.825, call sign, only goodbye.
Yeah, so
118.825 and call sign only, Scandinavian
fuel-wise,
29
we have
Charlie, bye-bye.
1.5 tons extra fuel, which equates to about 53
Canadian
minutes of extra time, so we can do
3635,
a go
vector
around
for
and still
Australian
decide what we
26
want
right, maintain present heading.
Maintain present heading and vectors 26 right, Scandinavian 3635.
Lufthansa 1737, descent flight level 110.
Descent flight level 110, Lufthansa 1737. So, 110 blue. So, I think I mentioned MSS 3,700 feet in the area. The runway is 4,000 meters long. And this is going to be flaps full, auto brake low, and we will be using guided reverse. Approach briefing complete, so let's see how this goes. So, it said expect vectors.
München, guten Abend, FedEx 49 Tango on the V3 Sierra, flight level
However,
90
something
for
to keep in mind is
FedEx 49 Tango heavy
and it
München radar
has
go
happened to
to
me in the
identified,
past that
climb
if
flight level
air traffic
190.
control forget about you,
climbing level 190, FedEx 49
when you're approaching the clearance limit and you haven't been cleared, you haven't been given any vectors, or you have not been cleared to fly
descent flight
any
level 80 and speed 2 per 0, Scandinavian 3635.
arrival routes or RNAV transitions or stars, then I would be now theoretically be forced to enter a hold around
Lufthansa 4 to Alpha Kilo, contact München radar 132, that's number 550.
So Let's hope he doesn't forget me. Otherwise, it's going to be a bit embarrassing as this is on. I'm going to be on video.
Lufthansa 4 to Alpha Kilo, contact München, radar 132.550, goodbye.
Lufthansa 4 to Alpha Kilo, 132.550. Bye bye.
Correct, juice. Canadian 3635, reduced correction, maintain speed 240 knots, please altitude 5000 feet, QNH 1028.
Maintain speed 240 down to 5000, QNH 1028, Canadian 3635.
Traffic that's climbing away.
FedEx 49er Tango, contact V and radar 134, that's number 350, Rogers.
3435, schön in Open FedEx 49er Tango.
Bitte so, AD. No shuttle 5404, vector for Australian 26 right, maintain present heading.
And maintain present heading, vectors for straight 26 right, no shuttle 4504.
No shuttle 4504, descent flight level 80, reduce speed 240.
Down to flight level 80 and reduce speed 240 knots,
When
no
we're
shuttle
going to get
450.
straight in approach.
Canadian 3635, reduce speed 220 knots, contact München director on the runway, decimal 825, call sign only, goodbye.
Speed to 0 and director on 118.825, call sign on place, Canadian 3635, have a good evening.
Okay, just to be on the safe side. So the hold 273 inbound.
No shuttle 4504, turn right heading 200.
And it's left turns.
Right heading 200, no shuttle
I'm just going to
450.
keep that on standby. Because I just get very paranoid with this kind of stuff. Speed.
Lufthansa 1737, leave NASA heading 340, descent altitude 6000 feet, QNH 1028.
Say again, heading Lufthansa 1737.
Lufthansa 1737, leave waypoint NASA ahead of you, leave waypoint NASA heading 340, 340, descent altitude 6000, QNH 1028.
Leave NAPSA heading 340, descent altitude 6,000 feet on the QNH 1028, Lufthansa 1737.
Go shuttle 4504, descent altitude 5000 feet, QNH 1028.
Down to
That makes me
5000
feel
feet
a
on
bit better.
QNH
So,
1028, no shuttle 4504.
altimeters 1028, 13,200. 6,000 blue. Excuse me. And, oh yeah, open decent alt blue, 6,000. At about 1 mile, I'm going to select heading. Right about now. Heading. And at the same time, I'm just going to draw my extended center line, so it's going to be
Shuttle 4504, contact München director on the 108.825, call sign early, goodbye.
Final on director, sorry, on 118.825, call sign only, no shuttle 4504.
Correct, bye. Lufthansa 1737, contact München director on the 118.825, call sign early, goodbye.
118. Lufthansa 1737, bye-bye.
426 lift, no shuttle 4501.
München director, service Lufthansa 1737.
Lufthansa 1737, hello, runway 26 left.
Expect runway 26 left, Lufthansa 1737.
Hanoi Shuttle 4504, you become number 4 for the LS, flight 220 knots, please.
220 knots, no shuttle 4504.
Okay, maybe 29 Charlie Tower 120.5.
120.5, Scandinavian 300 Charlie, bye-bye.
Goodbye, Scandinavian 3635, intercept the localizer for 26 left, report localizer established.
Intercepting localizer and reporting localizer established, Canadian 3635.
Hanoi Shuttle 4504, turn left heading 175.
Left heading 175, North Shuttle 4504.
Lufthansa 1737, descend to 4,000 feet.
Descend 4,000 feet, Lufthansa 1737.
Hanoi Shuttle 4504, stop the descent at 6,000 feet for the moment, please.
Stop descent at 6,000 feet, North Shuttle 4504.
I'm going to use the speed brakes just to assist, so half should do the trick.
Lufthansa 1737, turn left heading 310.
Left heading 310, Lufthansa 1737.
Hanoi Shuttle 4504, turn right heading 220.
Right heading 220, North Shuttle 4504.
Scandinavian 3635, cleared OS 26 left, speed not less than 170 knots to 7 miles.
Cleared ILS 26 left, speed no less than 170 until 7 miles, Canadian
Speed
3635.
brakes in.
Lufthansa 1737, speed 210 knots.
Speed 210 knots, Lufthansa 1737. Okay, speed selected.
Canadian
In that case, speed brakes going right out again.
55, tower 1205.
120.5, Canadian 3635, have a good evening.
Two as well, thank you.
Just to slow down a bit. Okay, full is too much, so I'll just gotta bring that in again.
Hanoi Shuttle 4504, speed 180 knots.
Speed 180 knots, North Shuttle 4504.
Lufthansa 1737, turn left heading 290, cleared OS 26 left.
Left heading 290, cleared ILS 26 left, Lufthansa 1737.
Hanoi Shuttle 4504, on this heading, intercept the localizer for 26 left, report
GS left,
established.
capture Dollar pilot 1 and 2.
From present heading, intercept localizer,
Cabin
26
crew
left,
for landing.
report established, North Shuttle 4504.
2000.
Hanoi Shuttle 4504, speed 160.
Speed 160 knots, North Shuttle 4504.
Hanoi Shuttle 4504, you can descend out to 5,000 feet now.
Down to 5,000 feet, and we are established on the localizer, North Shuttle 4504.
Thank you. Lufthansa 1737, when established, speed 170 knots to 7 miles.
When established, speed 170 until 7 miles, Lufthansa 1737.
Hanoi Shuttle 4504, from 5,000 feet, you cleared OS 26 left.
From 5,000 feet, cleared ILS 26 left, North Shuttle 4504.
I'm just gonna let the black slope just slide in from the top. So anyway, approach phase activated. Excellent.
Lufthansa 1737 to tower 1205, ciao.
Confirm 120.5, Lufthansa 1737.
Yes, sir.
1205, Lufthansa 1737, ciao.
Same for you, 127905. Have a nice flight, bye-bye.
127905, North Shuttle 780, 1%, bye-bye.
Okay. not yet established, but anyway, so flaps 1.
Scandinavian 2661, line up 26 left.
Line up 26 left, Scandinavian 2661.
2,500.
Radio altimeter live.
Lufthansa 7 Victor Alpha, could you confirm frequency for us?
Frequency is 127.905.
127.905, thank you, bye bye. 7 Victor Alpha.
Scandinavian 2661, wind 260 degrees, 11 knots, runway 26 left, cleared for takeoff.
26 left, cleared for takeoff, Scandinavian 2661.
Flaps 2.
Sandwich and Tower, good evening, North 4504, established on the ILS runway 26 left.
North Shuttle 4504, München Tower, good evening, wind check 260 degrees, 11 knots, number 3.
Roger that, number 3, North Shuttle 4504.
München Tower service Lufthansa 1737, established ILS 26 left, 900 miles.
Lufthansa 1737, wind check 260 degrees, 11 knots, runway 26 left, number 2 for landing.
Number 2, Lufthansa 1737. Oh, interesting.
Scandinavian 29 Charlie, welcome to Munich, contact ground 121.825, bye-bye. 121,
so why is that telling me 2,963 miles away?
Scandinavian 3635, wind 260 degrees, 11 knots.
Okay.
Runway 26 left,
so,
to land.
170 until 7 miles.
3635.
Oh well. So, speed managed.
München Tower, Austrian 118.
Gear down.
Austrian 118, report landing traffic in flight.
Landing traffic in flight, Austrian 118.
So,
Austrian 118, behind München traffic, line up runway 26 left, and wait behind me.
Yes, München traffic, line up runway 26 left, and wait behind Austrian 118.
This has always been...
Scandinavian 2661, contact München radar 127.905, have a nice flight, bye-bye.
München radar 17.905, Scandinavian 2661, bye.
And flaps low, speed checked. So 121, 12, okay, that's
Scandinavian 29 Charlie, contact München ground 121.820, bye-bye.
Alright. So, this could, let's see if this works.
1,000.
Austrian 118, wind 260 degrees, 11 knots, runway 26 left, clear for takeoff.
Runway 26 left, clear for takeoff, Austrian 118.
Oh, this is going to be a go-around. Autopilot off, Inflight.
München Tower, Gemini, Delta Fox Echo Mike Sierra, it's Bravo 1 ready for departure.
Delta Fox Echo Mike Sierra, München Tower, good evening. Expect a delay of about 7 minutes due to traffic.
Roger, expect delay, Delta Mike Sierra.
Scandinavian 3635, welcome to Munich, contact ground 121.825, have a nice evening, bye-bye.
121.825, have a good evening, Scandinavian 3635.
Lufthansa 1737, wind 260 degrees, 11 knots, runway 26 left, clear for takeoff. Correction, clear to land.
Clear to land, runway 26 left, Lufthansa 1737. Traffic ahead is air.
400. 300. 100 above.
Runway inside.
Austrian 118, contact München radar 127.950, have a nice flight, bye-bye.
Minimum.
Continue.
127.950, Austrian 118.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. Retard. Retard. 5.
Spoilers. Reverse green. Stop. 17. Manual braking. Okay, I kind of missed that one. So next one to the right. If I braked harder, I could have gotten that one.
Lower shuttle 4504, wind 260 degrees, 11 knots, runway 26 left, clear to land.
Runway 26 left, clear to land, North Shuttle 4504.
Delta Foxtrot Echo Mike Sierra, report landing traffic 1.5 miles final inside.
Traffic inside, Delta Foxtrot Echo Mike Sierra.
Delta Foxtrot Echo Mike Sierra, behind mentioned traffic, line up runway 26 left and wait behind.
Behind landing traffic, line up runway 26 left and wait behind, Delta Foxtrot Echo Mike Sierra.
Lufthansa 1737, contact München ground 121.820, have a nice evening, bye bye.
121820, Lufthansa 1737, cheers. One to 1820. München ground service, Lufthansa 1737.
Lufthansa 1737 ground, hello, taxi 2 entry Sierra 7 via Bravo 6 and Sierra.
Taxi entry Sierra 7 via Bravo 8 and Sierra Lufthansa. May confirm Bravo 8 or Bravo 6 Lufthansa 1737?
Ja, Lufthansa 1737, Bravo 8, mein Fehler.
Alles klar, Bravo 8 Sierra 7 Lufthansa 1737. Okay, that just confused me a bit because I was at Bravo 8. So we won't know what our gate is until we're at entry Sierra 7.
And Munich ground continuing, North Shuttle 4504, holding short Bravo 8.
North Shuttle 4504, München ground, hello, taxi 2 entry Sierra 5 via Bravo 8 and Sierra.
Taxi to entry Sierra 5 via Bravo 8 and Sierra, North Shuttle 4501.
Scandinavian 29 Charlie, München Apron 121.7.
Apron 121.7, Scandinavian 29 Charlie, have a good day.
Okay, let's just prepare the next frequency. 1217. And we're going to start our APU just about when we're going to reach
Scandinavian
Sierra 7.
3635, contact Apron 121.7.
121.7, have a good evening, Citizen 3635.
Not sure what's going on here in Munich, but there seems to be either some kind of event.
Delta Tango November, contact tower 118.
I really like this.
118.7, Delta Tango November.
Apron, hello, Hotel Bravo, Kilo, Charlie Sierra, holding entry Sierra 8.
Hotel Bravo Kilo Charlie Sierra, tower hello, taxi holding point 26 left via Bravo 12.
Holding point 26 left, Bravo 12, Hotel Charlie Sierra.
Hotel Charlie Sierra, contact tower 120.5, bye bye.
120.5, Hotel Charlie Sierra, bye.
Speedbird 991, Heli.
Speedbird 991, München ground, hello. You're turning onto the wrong taxiway. And next, right Alpha 8, and then left on November 8.
That's a Pilatus PC-12 over there.
Speedbird 911, Heavy, sorry about that, sir. Right and left.
I love that airplane.
München Tower, just for information, it's runway
Bit of a traffic jam over here.
right, nothing is moving.
And why are there so many Scandinavians? I think this seems...
Lufthansa 3 Alpha
this must be some sort of Scandinavian
it
event.
is actually moving, just there are on 3 other intersections there are aircraft, so I can confirm from my scope that it is indeed moving.
Mention tower, sorry, just for our information, I was a bit confused, sorry.
Lufthansa 3 Alpha Fox, but absolutely no problem.
Yeah, my fault, sorry.
Munich, good evening, Scandinavian 70 on Sierra 8.
Scandinavian 70, München ground, hello, taxi holding point 26 left via Sierra and Bravo 13.
Taxi holding point runway 26 left via Sierra and Bravo 13, Scandinavian 70.
Lufthansa 1737, contact München ground, 121.7.
121.7, Lufthansa 1737.
And Speedbird 911, taxi to holding point at 1975, goodbye.
121.975, bye bye.
München apron, Lufthansa 1737, reaching entry Sierra 7.
Lufthansa 1737, apron, Kuskot, stands 221 via Whiskey 2, schön Feierabend.
221 via Whiskey 2, Lufthansa 1737, Dankeschön. So, let's just prepare that stand real quickly. So, 221. And you'll follow me. And let's take Aerogate. Okay, so the API started, so this is 224. Is, I think, here the next lift. So that's 222. Okay.
Schönen guten Abend, München, apron Lufthansa 401, stand 245, ready for pushback.
So this is 221.
Lufthansa 409, hello, for separation, pushback approved, facing south.
Facing south, Lufthansa 409.
A319. Let's slow her right down. That should be in meters, but I don't know how to switch it. Wow. Okay. How close? I think this is enough. How close? No, this is enough. Cabin crew, all doors in park.
Lufthansa 409, new QNH 1028.
QNH 1028, Lufthansa 409.
That. And deboarding requested. Okay. Okay, so, parking checklist. Engines off. Radar WS off. Fuel pumps off. Parking brake on. Parking checklist complete. okay on the logs at 1-2. Alright, so here we are, back at my home base of choice. I would say it was quite a fun flight, with some interesting weather and so on. So yeah, so hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please feel free to leave a like, leave a comment, and subscribe. And yeah, hope to see you guys soon. Until then, stay safe, stay healthy, and happy landings.